1, 2, 3, clap. We're just going to forever clap again.
Yes.
That's what we do. It's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, enjoying some jerky and an energy drink. That's Brogan Hastings.
And over in Western Australia, doing the same, it's Wayne Giovinazzi.
We are connoisseurs.
Absolutely. Which is funny, because for me it's breakfast, and for you it's like a before-dinner snack. For you it makes sense.
It's mostly dinner, actually, this jerky and an energy drink. I wasn't going to go an energy drink, but I wanted something to drink, and I purposely didn't buy Pepsi Max, because if I did, I knew I'd put alcohol in it, and I didn't really feel like alcohol.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because my brother Ryan bought me a bottle of rum, and now I feel obliged to drink it. Mm-hmm. And, Brogan, I was going to tell you to close your window earlier, but I forgot, so that's on me.
I know.
Yeah. But I think it's called plantation rum. So clearly it's made by slaves.
Yes.
I've only had this brand before from my older brother. John got me it one year for Christmas, but it was pineapple flavored. Mm-hmm. Wasn't a fan. No. But so yeah, anyway, that's why I got the energy drink, and because I think I'm going to be staying up doing stuff tonight. So, and I was already feeling tired after going and playing with dogs, watching dogs play and getting to touch dogs. Yeah. So it's technically first part of dinner, my jerky, more than anything.
Fair enough.
Rather than breakfast.
I mean, mine is most definitely breakfast. My jerky and my protein cookie.
Yeah. Get your protein in at the start of the day. That's what you should be doing. How much protein is in it? Does it say how much protein is in your jerky?
Let me have a look.
Mine is a 100-gram bag, and 100 grams contains 4.85 grams of... That's almost 50% protein. I guess it is just pure meat, isn't it?
Typical values per 100 grams. Protein is 35.7 grams.
That's all right.
That's pretty good.
And how much does it weigh, the whole thing?
I think this strip is like 28 grams.
Oh, okay. Yep. Got ya. So, I mean, if you ate enough of it, there'd be a fair bit of protein in it.
Oh, yeah. And like I say, I have the jerky, and I also have a protein cookie, which has 10 grams of protein in it.
How much sugar does it have in it, out of interest?
1.9 grams.
Oh, okay. In the whole thing. That's all right.
Yeah.
I figured it might have had a lot of sugar. What about saturated fats?
Fat of which is saturated 2.5 grams.
Okay. Well, that's a good breakfast you're having, Brogan.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's one of these ones that you can tell it's got like protein powder and stuff in it. But the less I'm eating rubbish, the more I'm like, I'm enjoying this. And it's not at the point that I'm like actually binging them. So, you know.
Is it a rare day in Scotland today over in the UK where it is just so fucking sunny? Because you are washing out in the sunlight right now.
Yeah, it is actually. The sun is shining. I'm quite surprised. It was absolutely chucking it down last night to the point I skidded on the roads coming home.
Are you okay? Did you hit any pedestrians?
No, it was on the motorway. And it was pitch black. And I think what happened, I came slightly too over, and my wheel was on the paint on the side of the road, for the lines. And there was a lot of surface.
Something that people in Vegas are not familiar with whatsoever, painted lines on the road.
And I think because there was so much surface water, I think I just sort of skidded a little bit. It did freak me out.
Did you hydroplane?
I was just seconds. It was just a sort of little shake kind of thing.
Yep.
But I did notice when I got home that I thought my car was making a weird noise, to the point that I was like, have I blown out a tyre?
Oh, yes.
I'd already driven 20 minutes from skidding to home at this point.
Yeah.
And I was like,
See, my car is doing weird things at the moment, right? Like the tyre, back rear passenger tyre, keeps on going flat, right? So there was a point where I had to, because maybe it's got a puncture or something, I had to pump it up every day. Now it's been like a week and I haven't had to pump it up again. So the tyre has magically fixed itself. I don't understand what's going on.
That's weird.
It's not how things work. I don't. But then again, I am not a tire doctor, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
So you've got your breakfast sorted out. Have you already got plans for your lunch and or dinner?
I don't actually have a proper lunch. I don't really. It's breakfast, but it's not breakfast.
Yeah.
I tend to snack and pick between breakfast and dinner. Dinner's the only proper meal I have.
Yeah.
But if I had to categorise it, I would say the jerky and the protein cookie are my breakfast. I usually have like apple slices with peanut butter on it because I'm just a wee old man who likes his appy slices.
Yeah, but peanut butter on it as well. Nothing wrong with a bit of peanut butter.
Yeah, and it's like the squidgy bottle as well, so I don't need to like...
Oh.
Yeah, so just...
Squidgy bottle of peanut butter. Interesting. That's just lazy. That's Velcro on shoes level lazy.
Well, the reason I got it is because when I first was doing it, I had the jar, and it would come out, and it would just be like a lump of peanut butter, like sat there in the middle. It's like, no, I want it drizzled over my apple slices.
All right.
I want
makes
it
sense.
all over. I don't want to have to like scoop it up with every single fucking apple slice I pick up.
I rescind my comment. It's about convenience and getting the correct application, which is fine.
Yes.
Now, do you have a separate peanut butter for? Oh, I guess you probably don't eat like peanut butter on toast or anything, do you?
No.
Nah.
Well, I don't eat toast because, as we know, I don't eat toast. I eat warm bread.
Yep.
But I don't even really eat bread. Bread is such a dangerous thing for me because I could just eat dry bread.
Oh yeah.
I could just eat bread.
For days.
Yeah. When I'm at my when it's getting really bad, I buy is it like Greek flatbreads? A pack of 4 Greek flatbreads. And I could eat them all in one day, in one sitting, because these are so fucking good. So I'm better off not eating bread as much as possible.
I have a question about your peanut butter on apples.
Yes.
What type of apples are they?
Jazz.
So they're red?
Yes.
I can't get into a red apple.
I like that. I also keep my apples in the fridge, so they're nice and cold.
Yeah, so you should. As far as I'm concerned. But no, green apples, Granny Smith. I like it. I like things to taste tart and maybe a little sour.
No, sweet apples, sweet crunchy apples.
See, that's what I thought this energy drink, this Bang Sour Heads, it sounded like it was going to be like sour apple.
Yeah.
But now that I'll just have another taste. No, definitely like toilet cleaner or something. No, like 100%. Like blue toilet, like when you flush a toilet and it's all blue, the water's blue. I think that's what it tastes like.
Fair enough.
What is your energy drink that you are partaking in this evening?
Mine is Sneak Energy, Purple Storm flavour.
I do like the bunny logo.
The logo is awesome. That's kind of what drew me to it. But what also drew me to it is because this brand do like energy drink sachets. So you can put it in water. It's, so I was kind of like, and the calories are really good. So this one's only so I've got 3. I have to buy a mixed box. So there's 3 flavours in the box. One is Purple Storm, one is Tropicilla, and and the other is Raspberry Lemonade.
Yeah, I've had some raspberry lemonade flavour energy drinks. V. You got V over there?
I don't think so.
Okay, V here, do a raspberry lemonade. That's pretty good. What flavour is this purple one that you're having?
So this is...
Takes a sip.
Probably the closest flavour. It's not, but the closest... It's very similar to blue raspberry.
Okay. Yep.
But not quite. But it is purple. But it's only 5 calories for the whole can, and it's...
Oh, wow.
And it's like 500 mils.
I say, oh wow, this 500 ml can of Bang is 1 calorie.
Nice.
and 3 milligrams of sodium. That is all it is. I'm drinking salt water.
0.15 grams of salt and 5 calories. I don't know where it's all vitamins.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but I like it because it's vegan approved as well, which is always handy. But it reminds me a little bit of, these like naturally flavoured sparkling waters kind of thing, where it's like, it's got that kind of vibe about it, taste wise.
Like hint of flavour?
Not really, but like kind of naturally sweetened kind of thing. It's obviously more so because I like it. I actually like this, but it's very much it does say naturally flavoured carbonated energy drink with sweeteners.
Yeah, so because it's no sugar, naturally.
Yeah. So
yeah, it says 0 sugar on it. I can read that. I have eyes.
So I'm quite fond of this. I feel like it's got less shite in it than like Monster or a regular energy drink.
Yeah. So I mean, it's probably on par with a Pepsi Max, I guess. I don't really know. There might be more sodium in Pepsi Max.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Again, another one I have to order off Amazon.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that you seem to have a wide variety of energy drinks going on over there in Scotland, but no, if you had to order off Amazon, then yeah.
Just the sneak ones. Everything else we can get in store, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I have a funny feeling that Sneak's a US company.
Yeah, probably. A lot of the energy drinks are.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I'm facing a bit of a conundrum. Mm-hmm. I might need some help. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to have for dinner.
Jerky.
Well, the jerky is
more jerky.
Entree.
More
I've only got
jerky.
the one packet. This jerky is like $9 a packet. $9 for 100 grams.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It is worth it though.
How many grams is it?
100.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's like $1 every 10 grams. 10 grams is $1. Yeah.
That's still pretty expensive, but it's not horrendous.
Yeah. So jerky is my entree. Mm-hmm. Now I can't decide if I'm going to have mashed potatoes with pepper gravy with onions in it, or if I should have half a stick of garlic bread with grilled halloumi. How do you feel about halloumi?
Love halloumi.
So grill up some halloumi in some butter. Cut a V like into the top of the garlic bread and pull out that V. Put the grilled halloumi in the garlic bread, replace the top of the garlic bread, and then put it in the oven.
Oh, definitely that option.
Yeah?
Fuck yes.
I thought it sounded like a good idea when I thought of it on the way home today.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yes.
I've been putting off the mashed potatoes for a while, but I do want the mashed potatoes with the onion pepper gravy as well. But that's too much food to have it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that garlic bread is going to be a winner.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
Halloumi garlic bread. We don't want to go full fatty rabbit hole this episode. But so in that case, I'm going to say, oh, Brogan, why is your room all shuffled around and different?
You can't
Not that it is to my view.
It's not. It's really just my desk. So I'd move the camera, but as we know, when I move the camera, it like falls over and you get a horrible view. Is there maybe another question on that list that you want to ask me about maybe...
okay, let's see.
Maybe setups and stuff.
Gee, Brogan, tell us about your setups and stuff. Is that the question?
No, it's already on the list.
Hang on. Okay, we got that. It just says, why B move stuff? Why B move stuff?
Why B move stuff?
Yeah, why B move stuff?
You sure you don't have anything else on there about setting things up?
Oh, okay. GB, tell us, B. Have you set up your PlayStation 5 yet?
I have.
Huzzah! It had only been what, a month?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, this actually all started because I was talking to Mox before one of the shows, and we were talking about Pokemon. And Mox is like, I am obsessed with Pokemon Violet. And I'm like, yeah, I have been meaning to have a look at Pokemon Scarlet. But obviously I wanted to wait until all the bugs were out and stuff like that. And I thought, I'll have a wee look, see if it's on sale. And it was on sale on Amazon. And I thought, fuck it. So I set up my Switch in the office and got Pokemon Scarlet, was playing that, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to play my PlayStation in my room. I don't spend a huge amount of time in my room anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring it through and set it up in here. And I'm like,
and just like plug it into your monitor or something, or you got a...
My monitor's a gaming monitor anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been good.
See, my concern is that it's not as big as the TV.
Even that, it's not, it's... What difference does it make when you're playing like Power Wash Simulator? I sit far enough away from the TV that it's probably the same size.
Exactly. It's exactly what I was thinking. Because I have also recently had to reset up my PlayStation 5 because I wanted to play Uncharted on stream. And I could not get it to work, the PlayStation 5, on my capture card at all.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what... watching tutorials, and it's like, oh, you got to do this and this. So I did that, and then it still wasn't working. I'm like, well, maybe it's the HDMI cable is too long or something. So I had to unplug it all, bring it over to my computer, use short HDMI cables, and it worked.
Cool.
And then the only reason why I haven't really done that so far is because, like I was saying, this 75-inch TV versus the 32-inch monitor.
Yeah.
But the ratio of distance of what you are from it is the exact same.
Yeah.
So there's no issue at all.
Exactly. But one of the first... Take a guess of what one of the first things I did when I turned it on was play.
You watched The Nanny.
Oh, I should have done. No, I don't have access to The Nanny on the... No, I played Power Wash Simulator.
No, you already said it, so I wasn't going to guess that.
No, well, I turned it on, and it said, "Hi, we have an update that has new trophies." And I went, ooh. It was
So you had to do it.
I did have to do it. It was SpongeBob themed.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to do all that, and that was fun. The most annoying one was the fucking invisible car that the superheroes in SpongeBob have, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Because you see it, it's all covered in dirt, so you're like, I can see the car, and then you start washing it, you're like, oh, no!
Where did it go? Yeah.
Especially when it's like, you've not cleaned this bit, and it's like, the only thing I can see is dirt, and I can't see the dirt. Yeah. Where the fuck is the dirt?
Just one little bit of dirt left.
Yeah. So
impossible to see.
Yeah. Thankfully, like, Power Wash Simulator has the thing where you can select which bit you want to clean.
Yeah.
And it flashes it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, that you would need it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be. So is the car moving around at the time, or?
Oh no, just sat there.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Did you have to move the scaffold at all?
For
any of it?
Yes. So for the first section, or the first job and thing, is you're cleaning 3 houses. You're cleaning SpongeBob's house, Squidward's house, and Patrick's house.
Yep.
Yeah, you need the scaffold. The scaffolding is like kind of next to SpongeBob's pineapple, but then you have to move it to get over to Squidward's house because he's got the big fucking totem head thing.
Because last time we talked about the scaffold, you were surprised. You had no idea that it could be moved.
I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck? So that was I was thinking that as I was moving it. I was like, oh, thank God we had this conversation beforehand. So
you've started playing Pokemon then as well. So it's one of the new ones on Switch.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Did you watch
far more than Pokemon Sword?
Is there anything you don't like about it, like the weird frame rate drops of the character movement when you're far away from them and stuff? And
it's a bit disconcerting at times, but it's not horrendous. It's not unplayable. Yeah. It's a bit annoying, but it's...
Yeah. I played a little bit of it, like a couple of hours worth when it first came out, and I had no issue with it, but then everyone was like, this game's shit, and that put me off from playing it.
Yeah. No, it's not. I think the problem with new Pokemon games is because they're trying so hard to change it up and make it fresh for each new generation, is that they're always going to change stuff that people who have been playing Pokemon since the 90s are going to hate.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the fact that you get the legendary within the first 2 or 3 hours of the game. Even if it can't do shit. It can, you can ride it. But, like, when people were talking about that, I'm like, okay, there's not... I do kind of miss the excitement of like, oh, I can go for the legendary. You have to fight it and you have to weaken it down and, then try and catch it. It's like, no, you just get you look after this for me. Sure, cool, thanks.
Yeah. Be best friends with this legendary Pokemon. That's all it is.
This bike boy just wants a sandwich, and I appreciate that.
It shocked me when it said it was hungry. It's like, I've got a sandwich. I'll give it the sandwich. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, fixed.
Yeah, love
Hurrah!
it. Love it.
So I did see just while you're talking about Pokemon, people playing it since the 90s, I did see a comic the other day which I liked.
Okay.
Lady playing Pokemon, playing a DS, and little kid's like, "Oh, you play Pokemon too?" It's like, "Yeah, I've been playing this since I was a kid." It's like, "Oh, we should have a battle." And then the girl's just like, "I am going to fucking destroy you."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know what you've let yourself in for. Like, yeah, that's all that my big thing with Pokemon games would be know your audience. I mean, I totally get that they're games for kids, but if they could just have a little button that said, I have been playing this since the 90s, press it and you can skip all the battle tutorials and all the,
yes,
for lack of a better word, to someone like us, condescending dialogue. Oh, you're really good at this. This is the first time you've done it. If I could skip that shit, that would be great. You know, give me my starter Pokemon and let me do this shit.
Yeah. Just an option to turn off tutorials.
Yeah, stuff like that. Because there is an option in game that you can skip cutscenes, but it does say to you, it was like, you will miss a lot of the story if you skip cutscenes. We recommend only doing that on a second playthrough. I was like,
so excuse me, I just want to catch 500 Psyduck. I don't give a shit about your cutscenes.
It's like, God damn it, I am nosy. I'm not going to turn it off then. Because by this point, I'd already gone through the tutorials, and I was like,
yeah.
So yeah, it's quite good. And I got my little bitey alligator fire boy, and his name is Ken.
Oh yeah, yep.
And his name is Ken.
Ken?
His name is Ken. And
why is it Ken?
Because he's enough. And he's great at doing stuff.
Oh, okay. Got you. All right. I went the green plant cat. I can't remember what I named it. Yeah, but yeah. No recollection at all. I can't turn it on and play it because I need to do things to my Switch to be able to do that.
I've started naming certainly all the Pokemon that I plan on using and not just collecting for the Pokedex.
I named them all stuff. I give them all names.
Yeah.
Typically, like, puns on their actual name. Nothing comes to mind right now.
I'm trying to think what I've got.
Sometimes there's just like leafy boys and stuff.
I've got a Psyduck that I've called Jim because head empty, no thoughts. And when he evolves into Golduck, it's a Good Omens reference. Yeah, when he evolves into a Golduck, I'll rename him Gabriel.
See, I thought when it evolved, you would rename it to Nick.
No, I'm not quite that mean. Actually, hang on. Come here. That's a good thing you can pull it out the dock. Let me see. I have a Lechonk, which is the pig. Which is the pig Pokemon, and I called him Waddles after the pig in Gravity Falls.
Is Lechonk? What type is he? What type is
normal,
Lechonk?
I believe.
Oh,
normal.
Okay. All right.
Psyduck to Jim. I've got a Magikarp and I've called it Commander. And it's one of these ones that you name the Pokemon for the evolution. It's like when people are saying, I'm naming an adult, not a child.
Yeah.
I've got a Shinx and his name's Brighton, which is from
the nanny.
And a Fido, which is the little cinnamon bun boy, and he's called Chester.
Yeah. Oh, Chester.
Little Chester.
Yep.
What was the other one that I was really proud of? Oh, there was that squirrel Pokemon. Squovit.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to call him Squirrely Dan.
Squirrely Dan, but it didn't fit?
It didn't fit, so now he's just called Dan.
You could have just gone with Dan, or Squirrely.
What's the other good names
I did see a good
got?
meme, and it was Squirrely Dan holding a flower, sniffing it, and it said, "Only Dan's."
I like that.
Yeah.
Fletchling, which is the little Robin Pokemon.
Yeah.
His name's Jason Todd.
Jason Todd.
He's one of
Why is that ringing a bell?
Because that's one of Batman's Robins.
Oh, okay.
Specifically the one with that's the red hood. But I could only remember 3 Robin names. It was Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian Wayne. And I was like, you don't look like a Damian or a Tim Drake. So you're Jason Todd.
Who's the first Robin?
Tim Drake, I believe.
Okay.
No,
I don't know.
There's another Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson. That's it.
Dick Grayson.
I knew there was one. I was
like,
I couldn't for the life of me. I kept going, it's Tim Drake, and I'm like, it's not. It's the Flying Drakes isn't right. It's the Flying Graysons.
Yeah.
I have a Growlithe that's called Artemis, and
little growly boy.
Yeah, a Skido, which is that little. I want to say he's a ram, like deer Pokemon.
Yeah.
He's called Sheffield. There's going to be a lot of nanny references in here. I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm saving Niles and Cece as names.
Yeah, for good things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend, probably a colleague, I guess. His name's Rossi, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little bit about Rossi and his humor. He went to an open mic night one time, and his whole stand-up set. His whole bit was describing shock videos, as in like 2 girls, 1 cup. Just just describing it in detail, because he thought it was humor. He thought it was comedic. So that's his humor, right?
Okay.
You could not trade Pokemon with this boy because they were all named Filth. And I don't think you can change their name if you get it from someone else, can you?
I don't think you can, no.
Exactly. So unless you want, like terribly named Pokemon, you don't want to trade Pokemon with this guy.
No. All you would really do with that guy is trade it for Pokedex completion purposes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned Gravity Falls.
Yes.
You're not the only person who's telling me to watch Gravity Falls.
I know. You need to watch Gravity Falls.
Yeah. This is happening a lot as I get
2
told
seasons.
To watch certain things.
It's 2 seasons. Watch it.
Okay, and how many episodes per season?
I think 13 or something. It's not a huge investment of your time.
I don't even watch things that I like.
You'll love Gravity Falls. And
Maybe.
Then you'll be like, why the fuck didn't I watch this earlier? And we'll be like, hey?
Probably. I imagine so.
There's 40 episodes overall.
Okay.
So 20 per season. You know, it's got Kirsten Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
Kirsten Shaw's in it, Jason Ritter, Alex Hirsch. Yeah. Do you know Linda Cardellini?
Not personally, no.
You'd probably know.
Professionally.
J.K. Simmons? J.K. Simmons
of course
is in
I know
it.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Linda Cardellini was in... She's been in loads of stuff. I look at her and all I can think is... she was Velma in Scooby-Doo, the live action.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yep.
I always remember it because I'm pretty sure she was in Legally Blonde as Chutney Wimbrook, which is the one who was on trial that Elwood was like, so if you got a perm, then you couldn't have been in the shower washing your hair because, as we all know, the cardinal rule of perm is that you can't get your hair wet within 24 hours. So yeah, she was the one that shot and killed her dad.
Cap. Could have worn a shower cap.
Could have been.
See? Reasonable doubt. I should have been a lawyer.
But she battered... Well, don't forget that Chutney did admit to killing her dad on the stand.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I didn't forget that because I have not seen it.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Nor have I seen Legally Blonde 2, Pig in the City.
Legally Blonde 2 is a... Do you know what? They're both great films. They're both just such good films. And Legally Blonde 2 has one of the best movie lines ever and the best deliveries, and I fucking love it. Yeah. Which is... completely... I'm not even going to give you context for this, but this is what the woman says and how the woman says it. Your dogs are gay. Like, with the hand gestures and everything. I fucking love it. Love it.
See, that's almost at the stage where when I'm getting told to watch things and I don't, and my friend is like, I can't reference this shit because you don't know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to say like Community reference and that's it. Yeah. Not say the actual reference. So yeah. Yep.
Censored references.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking Legally Blonde. This allows me to say a joke that I both love and hate at the same time. So here we go. So the lead actress in Legally Blonde, did you hear that she was murdered?
No.
Did you hear that she was murdered? Yeah. Reese with a
Reese Witherspoon?
No, with a knife.
I know that joke.
Yeah. I both hate and love that joke.
Yeah.
Choking on nothing.
There's a really, really bad joke in the Young and Moxie show.
Okay.
Which is, there's a bit where in the show Cameron's like, oh yeah, let's book a holiday for Moxie. Let's pick the film, pick the seat, pick the destination, all that kind of thing. It's a prediction trick.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he's got, those safety manual things, safety leaflets that shows you what to do in an emergency.
Like in an airplane and stuff like that?
Yeah. He's got one of those. He's like, oh, have a look at that, blah, blah. What if I told you that all the answers were in plain sight?
Oh, God.
And the amount of time... I've seen this show 5 times, and it still takes me a minute to go, oh, yeah. Fuck's sake.
So speaking of Young and Moxie, you've been back 2 more times since we last discussed things. How's it all going? Are they still running at the moment, or is it done and dusted?
No, they're still running. So they've got a day off today, and after today, they're on till the 26th.
Okay.
So they're about halfway through, so it's not bad. As
we record, there's still 13 days left.
Yeah. So that's good. But also, I remembered while we were talking, I told you that I had a Teller story that is Young and Moxie related.
Yep.
So when I went on Wednesday, because I will say this, I said the last episode that dropped that I hate the Fringe. Yes. I was like most people who live in like Scotland and Edinburgh hate the Fringe, apart from my mother who loves the Fringe. Sorry, mother, who corrected me.
Of course.
I don't hate the Fringe. I hate Fringe tourists who walk slow as fuck and just stop in the middle of the street. And especially when you're on your lunch break, you're trying to get somewhere, you're like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
So anyway, the good thing about the Fringe is I was bored on like Monday, Tuesday night. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a look. I'm going to buy tickets for Wednesday night and just go after work. So I do enjoy that. There was a couple of friends with camis there, so I was standing talking to them, and we went in at the same time. We ended up sitting in the front row, and there's a bit where they're talking about they do their own Penn and Teller Full Us, and Cammie's like, "Who knows Penn and Teller? Who likes Penn and Teller?" It's like, "Woo!" And he goes, "Who loves Teller?" And it was literally just me going, "Woo!"
Oh, what?
Thinking there'd be loads of people. No, it was just me. And Mox points me out and goes, "One person!" And I'm like, oh, fucking kill me.
I always feel like that was put in there just specifically for you do that. Like, if
it was Mox that had said it, I would 100% agree.
Yeah.
The fact that it was Cammy
makes
me go, right, that's... okay.
But why is no one cheering for Teller? That's terrible.
Rude.
He's stuck
because
up,
he's
uncultured
my boy.
swine.
Because he is my boy and nobody wants to fight me for him.
They're clearly listeners of Hey Buddy Nice podcast, all of them, and know that not just Teller, but you would bring that stabby little bitch energy to them.
Yes. I do bite and stab.
Oh, because you've got knives for teeth?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you said that you think that the shows are getting better, as they should be.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're in a tough position because they've mostly rehearsed over Zoom. I think they've had one rehearsal in person before doing the actual show, and that was when Mox came to London.
Yes.
They had 1 day rehearsal. Then, even before the first show, I've said to you before, Mox got to the theatre. Mox landed in Scotland an hour before the show started. Got to the theatre like 10 minutes before. It's insane.
Yep. If I had to go fly somewhere for work, right, and I got there after flying for a day, traveling for a day, and was expected to like start taking air measurements, no way.
Yeah.
No. I'd be like, give me at least a fucking day. Give me a sleep. Christ.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So...
My chair.
So yeah, they're tweaking things all the time. They're getting a lot smooth. I mean, the difference between seeing them on the Friday night and seeing them on Wednesday, like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, it's so much smoother. And so Mox does, I think I said this to you, they do cups and balls.
Yes.
And Mox does Penn's part.
Yeah, they do. What?
Mox does Penn's monologue in it.
Yes.
And that monologue is so fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculously fast. And you don't quite realise how fast it is when you hear Penn do it.
Yeah.
And then you hear Moxie do it and you're like, oh shit! Oh shit, that's yeah.
So Mox has gotten it down pat a bit more, or
most of the way. I mean, it still runs out of breath. Hasn't quite got the rhythm of where and when to take a breath.
Yeah.
But getting the words. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's some bits that he messes up sometimes, but not in any way that I can tell. Like if I compared it to it, I would say, oh, it's slightly wrong on there. But yeah. And simple as well. Simple is no, not simple. Stupid. Because I said that last night, and Mox was like, "Simple's the one with the bass." No, you're Penn and Teller, Lord.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks simple, doesn't it? Different trick.
But no, stupid. Mox has that down.
Yeah,
and it's so good at it.
Not dropping the bits of rope on people anymore.
No, not dropping them in their laps. Look, it wasn't even that. He was dropping it in the lap, looking at it, looking at the guy, and going, "You didn't see that."
Yeah, you should probably ignore that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're doing really well. But the only issue is the room that they're in is a fucking sauna, and I mean it is bad. Because I went last night with my friend Vicky from work.
I was going to ask because you said you were taking a work friend.
So I took Vicky. We went out for dinner first, and we brought Moxie. We took Moxie to an Indian.
Now, okay, I was going to say, don't skimp on the details. Where did you go? What did you have?
We went to a place called Omar Khayyam, which is right next to the train station, quite near work.
Yep.
And
can I have a guess?
You can in a minute. I'm just going to tell you something first. I met Moxie. I was with Moxie beforehand in the town. And I was like, "You're allowed to come with us if you want." And he was like, "Oh, I might do. I just have to get you." I was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, so we took Mox as well. What do you think I had?
I don't get the pronunciation right or the word. Pashwami naan. You had a pashwami naan. Pashwimi.
Peshwari.
Peshwari naan. You had a Joe Pesci naan.
Yes, I did have one of those. And the thing was fucking massive. I mean, that's not all I had. So, I mean, it's still kind of a fail.
You had a korma.
No.
Madras.
No.
Rendang.
No.
Oh, bang bang cauliflower. No. I give in.
I had sag paneer.
I've never even heard of that.
It's like
you had. Hang on. You had a Joe Pesci naan and you had a Greg Kinnear.
Yes.
Okay.
All the boys. So yeah, Peshwari naan, sag paneer, which is like a sort of spinach dish, and it says it's like Indian cheese, cottage cheese. It's very much like tofu.
Oh yeah, what is that cheese stuff?
It's paneer.
Paneer. Oh yeah. I want that. I want to eat paneer.
It's good. That is good.
Yeah.
And pila rice. So that's what I had. And
that's all right.
Mox had a fillet steak.
Oh, that's good that they sell fillet steak at an Indian place.
They do have a continental section of the menu, because Mox was like,
continental.
I know. Mox was like, I might just get a kids thing. We're like, you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they have steak. And both Vicky and I were sitting there, we're like, you can get the steak. And the reason this is so important is because Mox is allergic to tree nuts.
Oh, okay.
So the last time Mox and I went for an Indian, which was on the Thursday when we were in London, we went before the P&T show. We forgot to tell the people that Mox was allergic to tree nuts.
Oh, shit.
And Mox was there like, I don't feel good. And I'm like, oh, shit. So literally every time anything was brought to the table, the guy was like, do you want poppadoms? And I was like, is there tree nuts in any of this?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. It's like, okay, good. And when the Peshwari naan was put on the table, I was like, Mox, you can't have this. It's got almonds in it. And he was like, oh yeah, I can see the almonds on it. Thank you for looking out for me. And I'm like, I got you, boo.
I was going to say, Mox, you can't have this. Oh, has it got tree nuts? No, it's mine.
I think it's because Mox has ordered a garlic naan. And that came out like covered in neon green stuff. I didn't have any of the garlic naan because I was like, Peshwari naan is my shit.
Yeah.
So that was good.
I still have to get me one of them.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
There's literally an Indian place up the road. I'll look on their menu and see if they have it.
I think you might have to put the garlic bread and halloumi on the
tonight. Not tonight.
Do you know what? Ordered it as a side. You can have bread with a side of bread. There's nothing in the law that says you can't.
By the time we're done, I think they're going to be closed. So I'll look into it.
Uber Eats.
But it's walking distance away.
And?
What? It is
uphill. Talk.
It is uphill.
So
I guess I could always rollerblade up there.
Well, exactly.
Gosh, rollerblading uphill? No one wants to do that.
But then you could rollerblade down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's electric bike mentality, letting it do the work on the way home. So you, Mox, and Vicky went for Indian.
Yep.
Do you recall what Vicky had?
Something with king prawns. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Moving on.
Vic likes prawns, and I'm like, ugh. No, okay. So we had that, then we went to the theatre, and I'd said to Vicky, I was like, so the temperature in Edinburgh yesterday was 20 degrees, which is pretty hot for us, and it was a bit the sky was dark grey. Raining, but it was still fucking hot. So I'd already said to Vic, I was like, look, it's really, really warm. Don't wear anything too heavy. So Vic had a t-shirt on and these light trousers, and we got to the theatre and she went, holy fuck. Oh, because how did Cameron describe it? Cameron described it as it's like getting off the plane in Tenerife, when that heat hits you. And Vic's like, oh, that's not too bad. And then after we sat in the theatre for 50 minutes and came out, Vic was like, that's not Tenerife heat. That is getting off the plane in Vegas with your duffel coat on heat. That should be illegal.
So are you wearing one of your painted hoodies in the theatre? Or you were wearing the Inyo Pino?
Yeah. Yeah. And I said, I was like, you think I would learn the lesson? And no. Yeah. No, I did not.
5 times, isn't it now?
Yeah. You think I would know? No, I don't. Yeah. I don't know better. So, yeah.
So, do you think Mox has been getting enough time off to enjoy Edinburgh and Scotland in general? No, not at all.
I think he's been able to wander around a wee bit and stuff. Yeah. But it's a lot. It's a lot of performing for somebody who's not. Yeah. It's a lot of work for somebody who's not used to it. And because of jet lag and time difference and stuff, he's sleeping late. Yeah. Yesterday, I'd text him. So that's another story. So I was supposed to go and see Chris Grace yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
So I went to go see my grandpa first. Left my grandpa's an hour before that show. Went back, which is really plenty of time. It was plenty of time in my head. Got back to got on the tram through. Got off the tram about 10, 15 minutes before the show started. Mm-hmm. Which isn't bad, if the show was where I thought it was.
Oh.
I thought the show was at the Assembly Rooms on George Street. No.
Mm-hmm. The show is... I'm familiar.
The show is which is a 5-minute walk from where the tram stops in Princes Street.
Yeah. Easy walk.
Easy done.
Done it multiple times.
Where the show actually is the Assembly at St. George Square, which is
the St. George Square Assembly,
which is half an hour walk from the fucking tram stop.
And you didn't feel obliged to get an Uber or anything?
Even then, it would have taken, because so this week there's been the tattoo, which is a military parade thing.
Band, military
bands,
band parade,
pipe bands, and all that kind of thing. So a lot of streets are blocked off, so it would have taken 20 minutes to get an Uber anyway.
Ugh.
And I was like, Yeah.
That is very rude of 1, the fringe, 2, the tattoo, and 3, the multiple assemblies.
Yes. I think the fact that there's the assembly rooms on George Street and the assembly at George Square, that should be illegal. That should be fucking illegal.
Oh, yeah, both on George's as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's terrible. No, not good.
So I will be trying to go back to see Chris because I do want to see that show.
Yeah, it does sound hilarious.
It does sound really good.
Yeah.
But I am off, not this week coming up, but the week after. So that should make it easier because it's an afternoon show. So I can really only go see it at the moment a Saturday or a Sunday. Because it's like 20 to 2. So I can't even go on my lunch break. Yeah. Which is annoying. But, so yeah, but it was good. It was good to see Mox.
Good. Do you reckon chances of catching up again or might be tough? Given everybody's schedule?
100%. That's a good thing about me being off all that week, that final week. Yeah. But I've said to Mox, I was like, text me when you wake up if you want to do anything.
Yeah.
And I would like to take Mox to North Berwick so North Berwick's one of our beaches, and given what people picture as beaches, I use that term loosely. But there is sand and there's an ocean.
Oh, what colour is the sand?
Pale sand colour.
So, okay, no. See, if I say I'm going to the beach and I get asked what color is the sand, well, I've been like, well, of course it's pristine white sand beaches.
Oh, it's not quite pristine white.
Yeah, see, anything that isn't that is not an appetizing beach whatsoever.
It's probably what you imagine sand color to look like. Probably pristine white for most of it, and then the closer you get to the ocean, there's like this stretch of like rocks and seaweed and stuff.
All right, we're gonna have to post a comparison of a West Australian beach compared to a Scottish beach because it's no.
I will say this: I haven't been to North Berwick in 5 years at least, minimum 5 years, probably longer.
It might not even exist anymore.
Oh, no, it definitely exists because I know that my auntie takes... My auntie was there on Tuesday because... So the reason this all came up is the reason I want to take Mox is because there are puffins there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Mox was like, you have puffins in Scotland? And I'm like, yeah. I love puffins. I was like, I know. I was like, can we see the puffin?
And is he like, I'm going to kidnap one to take home for my dad?
Pretty much. So, but... It's kind of near the end of puffin season, so I'm not 100% sure if they're still there or not.
Puffin season. Puffin season sounds like it's time to go hunting puffin. That's why they're not there anymore, because they've all been shot.
Possibly. No, we love our puffins. So I was saying this to Mum, and Mum was like, text me at 2:00. And I will check with your Auntie Maureen because she was there on Tuesday. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
So if there are puffins, I would like to take Mox to see the puffins.
Yeah, and I'd like to see some photos, please, of puffins.
Of course.
If you go and there are some, I'd be obliged.
Yeah, and you can take a boat out to Bass Rock to see the puffins.
Ooh, Bass Rock.
Bass Rock.
See, we've got... So is it like a pay to catch this ferry boat over to Bass Rock to look at the puffins and you get off the boat or no?
I'm not 100% sure because I've never done it.
Okay.
So it would be...
We've got...
off
the coast of, like, down south here, there is Penguin Island.
Ooh.
And where there are fairy penguins. Mm-hmm. That is, I think it's fairy, not furry, fairy, like Fairy penguins. And but like they are
the Pokemon
fluffy
type.
as well. Yeah, exactly. And there's also Seal Island, and you can take boat trips out and look at the seals, and then look at the penguins, and then watch the seals eat the penguins. I don't know if that happens. So I imagine it's like that. Do you get seals and penguins?
Do we get penguins? I don't think we get penguins. But I think we might get seals or something like it.
Or sea lions or something. Yeah.
It's one of these things that it has genuinely been such a long time since I've been that I'm like, I don't even know what's there anymore. I know it exists, and I know that there's a fish and chip shop down there.
Yep.
So yeah.
You know, it's probably now just a high-rise apartment building complex. That's all it is now.
I know it won't be because it's one of the most famous fish and chip shops in Scotland. Yeah. Like, I remember them having like pictures up of like celebrities that have been.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, so that'll have saved it at least.
I bet you they're not going to do a decent vegan fish though.
Probably not, but I wonder if they'll do a deep fried Mars bar.
Would you have one?
I wouldn't, but Mox has seen the sign for it. Like, we walked past a fish and chip shop on Wednesday, and I was like, "See, deep fried Mars bar." Mox was like, "Do you people even want to live?"
Yeah, exactly. I mean, nope. That's a totally separate question, like related to that sign. But, you know.
Yeah. Mox has absolutely no interest in drinking as well, to the shock and horror of a lot of people in Scotland.
Really?
Yeah. We're a drinking country. It still shocks and horrifies people that I don't drink. But
the Scots and the Aussies are very similar in that regard.
Yeah. But certainly, and Vic joked about it a little bit, and there are jokes in the Young and Moxie show about Mox drinking, like in the aeroplane trick, where there's like a wine list.
Yeah.
And it's like, pick whichever one you want. And Mox is like, I don't drink though.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here's whiskey kind of thing. Yeah. But I've said this multiple times and I will always go back to it. I will always remember what Matt Donnelly done for me, said to me, where it's like, you don't have to drink if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And like told me off for even considering it because it was almost peer pressure. And he was like, no, if you don't want to drink, don't do it. And I was like, that's what I want to be for Mox.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Matt Donnelly.
Oh, yep. Very totally real Matt Donnelly.
100% real Matt Donnelly. Did you see
Does exist
on Instagram? So I wore my We Love and Support Matt Donnelly t-shirt on Wednesday, and Cameron recognised me. He saw the t-shirt first because my head was down. Yeah. He's like, "Are you back again?" So I posted that on Instagram, and quite a few people were like, "I want that t-shirt." I was like, "It's been available to buy for a while. Ooh. Here's the link."
Really?
But the funniest thing about it is Vicky liked it. Because Vicky follows me on Instagram. And I was talking to her, I was like, do you even know who Matt Donnelly is? And she was like,
exactly.
Nope. She was like, nope, I was just feeling the love. So we had to explain to her who Matt Donnelly was.
The people who are saying that they want this shirt, do they know who Matt Donnelly is?
Oh, yeah, like it's Scoops.
Oh, okay. So you're seeing Scoops at the Young and Moxie shows then?
No, this is on Instagram. Because I posted a picture of the t-shirt on Instagram.
Got ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what link did you give them?
nicepodbud.com/store.
Yeah, perfect. That just because we don't have anything to give out physically, but it was digital anyway. So at least now they're thinking Nice Pod Bud in their brains.
Yeah.
So that's something.
So yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. That I was like, you don't even know who Matt Donnelly is. And she was like, no, I was just feeling the love, and I'm like, good. We all love and support Matt Donnelly in this house.
Yeah.
So Mox had to explain to her and pulled out photos like, this is like Matt's the mind noodler, and Nicky's like, I didn't need my mind getting noodled, thanks.
I picture it'd be like when people in countries that they don't speak English get a shirt with English words on it, and it just says like fuck bitch or something.
Yeah.
And they just have no idea. Yeah.
Oh, Mitchell's supposed to be going to Japan, or is planning to go to Japan in his travels.
So what happened to Australia, Mitchell?
Well, don't forget he's traveling for about a year.
Enough?
He's finishing up in Australia.
Wow. Okay.
So he's going to do traveling around a bit first because he wants to go to Egypt as well, and Japan's on the list. So I might say to it, I was like, if you see one of these shirts and it's fucking hilarious, you know what to do. You know my address.
123 Scotland Lane, Scotland.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the address. The address. We're starting to get a bit late, so I think we'll just continue with the general talk, and next episode we'll go into important things like art talk. With because we've got some user submitted art crimes coming up, and we just might know exactly when that's going to happen, because there may be a Q that happens. That's a QUE, or is it? No, a CUE. That type of Q for art talk.
There also may not be, so don't get your hopes up. Don't be holding your breath.
There probably isn't. That's right, it's time for Hobo Johnson Watch 2023, Week 3. What's going on with Hobo Johnson tour? The Won't Do a Shoey tour. Will or will he not come to Perth? Checking in on Instagram. We still have no reply. What will become of this situation? We're heading over to correspondent in Scotland, Brogan Hastings. Brogan, what have you got for us?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Has he updated any of his posters, anything to add? Maybe he's just not responded to you directly, but it's responding to you indirectly.
Nothing has been updated at this stage. No posters updated, no announcements whatsoever.
Boo!
So we go to we must put out the call to the cheese bags to bother Hobo Johnson and say, "Dear Mr. Johnson, Frank, why are you not coming to Perth?
Dear
I
Mr.
am a
Hobo.
Perth citizen. Dear Mr. Hobo, will you be coming to Perth? If not, why not? What is your favorite colour?" And that's Hobo Johnson Watch 2023, Week 3. No updates still. Damn it, I need that to fade out. I do like that news update music, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I don't even think he's seen my Instagram message, so I haven't sent another one.
No.
Because it doesn't say read or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it makes me hurt a little bit.
Try on Twitter.
I wonder if there's
Because Twitter at least tell you.
I don't think he's on Twitter. It's not really on social meds at all.
So maybe you will have to actually email him.
I'm going to guess it's hobo@hobojohnson.com. See what happens, hey? I could just guess. Guess the email address, the contact.
There's a lot of Hobo Johnsons on Twitter, but I don't think they're him.
Yeah, that's right. I did check, and that's what I came across as well. No Hobo Johnsons. So yeah, cheese bags. If you do bother him, don't mention me by name. That just saying. I don't want to get he probably wouldn't punch me in the face, but it's always a possibility, and I'm not prepared for that.
He's on Facebook.
Because I don't want to fight.
You could contact his management.
Ooh, I will contact his management.
Yes.
To be like, "Dear Mr. Hobo Management,
yes.
Please explain why Johnson and Co. Please explain why Hobo Johnson and the Lovemakers are not attending to the Perth City for fine shows of musical goodness."
Yes.
And then they'll be like, "What is this AI-generated bullshit?"
I would like to purchase one solid ticket, thank you.
Yes.
One real human ticket, thank you.
Yes. I'm just a regular human bartender. Jackie Daytona. Have you watched What We Do in the Shadows yet? We were discussing this with Chris.
I have. I'm not up to date. I do need, because I tend to leave it for a while and then binge it.
Yeah. I said we were discussing this with Chris, but that's on an episode that hasn't dropped, and I'm thinking maybe we keep it as a bank?
Maybe. I was going to say we just drop it today or Monday if it's done.
It's not. That's
right.
thing.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So it may, because I came into this episode thinking I might not have the stamina for 2 episodes, but I think I do at this stage.
Cool.
So maybe we'll ask Chris, see what he thinks, because I don't think there was any time sensitive things discussed in there.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I think it would be handy just to have a bank episode, because you might actually skid on the road and crash into something and die. And then I'll have nothing to record.
Well,
and
exactly.
I can have this posthumous episode go up.
Yeah. Tribute to Brogan.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I don't know, what would I do? It becomes Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast with Chris?
Next episode comes up, nice guest host. Nice ghost host.
Yeah. No, nice ghost host, yeah. We have done Hey Buddy, Nice Dead co-host for you before, because you were sick and then dead.
Yes.
But no, I think,
when everybody's favourite co-host of this podcast is dead, what's the point?
Exactly.
What the fuck is the point?
It does not continue. Do you expect me to show up to your funeral?
Yes.
Okay, done. Am I expected to show up more in a gate-crashy manner?
I would think, I would want you to do something that's funny, and that would be funny to us, that I would appreciate. So you either, depending on how my funeral is conducted, if I am put in the ground...
I think you would appreciate very much me showing up late, kicking in the door and being, "Father!"
There's that. I like that. There's also standing away from the funeral congregation in a black suit and shades, just looking on ominously. Okay. Or like making comments like I was some kind of mafia boss to people who don't know you.
Or I find someone who
going
looks
up to the
like you. Mm-hmm. Find someone who looks like you. We wear like sneaky suspicious, and we don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Also going up to the podium and like choked up, like they ate, they slayed.
Or I go up there, I start giving this like heartfelt speech, and at the end I'll be like, and I'm forever gonna miss my friend Greg Jones. And they'll be like, sir, I think you're at the wrong funeral. Which is not a good move, because never trust a Greg. Never trust a Greg.
Never trust a Greg. Do we trust Greg Kinnear, though?
Greg Kinnear?
Yeah.
I like Greg Kinnear.
I do like Greg Kinnear.
But I wouldn't trust him.
We're on thin fucking ice, Greg Kinnear.
Listen up, Kinnear. We're calling you out, buddy. Us versus you. And your
Greg
bestie,
Capullo,
any
though.
place, anytime.
Greg Capullo, though. Who does?
Greg whom?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing his surname right. Greg Capullo, who does comic art. And he does...
Capullo. Yes. I might need to see some of this comic art to know exactly who you're talking about.
He done a lot of the New 52 Batman, which was the Scott Snyder Batman, which was... death of the family stuff.
Okay.
Court of Owls.
See, we are very different people. You say comic, and I think web comics, whereas you're thinking comic book comics.
Mm. He also done a bit of Spawn. That's good to know. I like Spawn.
Yeah. We know how much you like Spawn.
I love Spawn.
You pay a man $5 a time that he plays a drop of someone screaming Spawn.
Yes, I do.
And that makes me question, what kind of man is he actually? To be taking the hard-earned money off of a traveller, someone visiting his fine country.
Did I tell you about that other one when Matt said Spawn on episode 1023?
No.
They were talking about it and Matt went, Spawn!
I don't even know if I'm up to 1023 of Ice Cream Social. Let me take a look.
I think 1023 was Johnny Katz.
No, I'm not up to it. I'm almost through 1022, so I'm a bit behind at the moment.
That's still Spawn. So Matt said Spawn on 1023, and I PayPal'd him $5.
Oh, what?
I did,
and he kept it.
Yeah, well, I said he then sent me a screenshot because the comment was so. I sent him $5 and I said, Matt said Spawn in episode 1023. Not quite the drop, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
And he sent me a screenshot of that and said, I said, commitment, baby!
Yeah. I'm just looking at the episodes that I've got. So I got 4 episodes, 3 really, to catch up on. And the latest episode, they've titled it wrong. It's episode 125 instead of 1025. But the title
explains a lot.
Yeah, the title, 3 Things Close to My Heart, Weed, Lawyers, and Erectile Dysfunction.
That's right, because Mum started listening to Ice Cream Social. Dipping in and out, which I think is hilarious. And she was like, what episode are they on? And I was like, 1025? And she was like, oh, it says 125. It's in the 100s, but the date's right. She's like, Brian Brushwood was on it. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Schwood's on it. And Josie Brushwood.
Oh, yeah. His kid.
His 15-year-old.
Yeah, his kid.
Yeah.
My statement stands true.
Yeah, but what I mean is like the 15-year-old in Vegas, which is...
Oh, wait, the 15-year-old on Ice Cream Social.
Yes.
That's more concerning.
Yeah. So
just being subjected to some of the shit that Paul says.
And Paul's in churn for that episode.
Yeah. Just some of the fucking ad breaks alone are gonna... Oh, I need to listen to this episode now. I need to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. But that's enough talking about someone else's podcast. It's time to talk about our podcast. And with our podcast, if you would like to support Hey Buddy Nice Podcast, it's as simple as going to patreon.com/nicepodbud. And we've got some reward tiers there available, which we need to discuss because we need to send some shit out to some patrons. Mm-hmm. But it's fine if you cannot support us financially. Just listening with your ears is very helpful. It boosts egos when we see downloads and things like that. But also, if you see our posts on the interwebs, liking, sharing, commenting, interacting with us, keeping the conversation alive is good because it helps other people see it, and other people might become new cheese bags just like you. But you can also contact us on social media at nicepodbud or through nicepodbud.com/contact. I don't know. That might not be true. I think it's just nicepodbud.com and there's a contact form on the main page.
Fair enough.
But you can also support Brogan financially and artistically by visiting 7billionneedles.com.
Yes, you can. You can buy shiny things and things which are still in my brain.
Things that are still, as in that things that haven't come out of the brain onto digital paper.
Yes. Things that are in the works.
In the works, yeah. But then also we've got nicepodbud.com/store for other non-shiny things as well. You know, the type that you can drape your naked body in. I mean, like you can't go places naked most of the time.
No.
I mean, look, some of these wares are so good, you would go to a nude beach and still wear them. Just saying.
And as previously mentioned, it's where you can buy the t-shirt that proves our love and support for our one and only favourite mind noodler.
Exactly. So you can get shirts, you can get stickers, you can get phone cases, stuff like that. And then I guess if you like, I've been getting an influx of people supporting me lately, which is very weird and odd. There's two different ways you can do that. One is if you like my comics, it's patreon.com/WayneGeo, or on Twitch, twitch.tv/WayneGeo. I'm getting people subscribing and it's weird.
Good.
I enjoy it. I appreciate it. But we have fun. I draw comics every week and I play games a couple of times a week as well. But also, if you want to talk to Brogan directly, it's as simple as looking them up on social media at 7billionneedles.
And for Wayne, if you want to find him, it's at Wayne Geo.
If you want to find me.
If you want to find him.
Puts on sunglasses, fades away. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.